Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Heart to Home, Calvary Chapel Hemet YouTube ministry. And I just want to encourage you guys today in the Lord and His scriptures and His word on how we can be a thriving people doing exactly what God has for us, living in the fullness of His will and really just being blessed as His children and as He wants to bless us. And, doing God's will is the most important thing. Because that's where we find true satisfaction. And we see in the early church, as we've been going through this little series of how to thrive in the Lord, Acts chapter 2:42 shows us just that. It says that they continued steadfastly. And they is speaking of the early Christians, the brand new Christians. They continued steadfastly, meaning with intent, with devotion, and with seriousness, intentional, after God's will, doing four things: being in the apostles' doctrine, in fellowship, in breaking of bread, and in prayers. And today I just want to hang out in the prayer section of how we can be a thriving people in God's will. And really, prayers is the important part of it. It's where we get our strength. In fact, one of my most favorite verses in the Bible is spoken of John the Baptist, who he was a young man. And before his manifestation, it says in Luke chapter 1, verse 80, that he was out in the wilderness, hanging out by himself and with the Lord. And we know that John the Baptist was one of the greatest, he was the greatest, prophet, as Jesus said. And God used him powerfully. And that's what we want for our lives. I don't think I've ever met anyone who wants to live a mediocre life, but one that's purposeful, it's meaningful. And perhaps today you're thinking, man, my life is pretty meaningless, and I have no hope. It's a good time for you to go out to the wilderness, to the mountains, to the park, a quiet place, and pray. And align your heart with God's will, with God's heart, and see what He has for you. I guarantee you He has something special that He wants to do in your life, regardless of your situation, the season of life you're in, your age, or your circumstances. God has a special plan for you. And in order for us to find that out, it's through prayer. The Bible says in Psalm chapter 46, verse 10, to be still and to know that He is God. And when we know that He's God, we find comfort, we find direction, we find our path to doing exactly what He wants. And so today I just want to encourage you, go out, pray, ask God what His will is for your life. Maybe you just need encouragement. He does that too. Ask Him, Lord, I need your help. I need your encouragement. Perhaps you're in a very dark place. God will help you in that situation too. He knows what you're going through. He's there for you. He loves you. He died for you. And so you just got to cry out to Him in prayer. God bless you guys. We'll see you on the next one.